Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2, and hope you like this video, and hit that subscribe button so you will know what's going to happen during this Major League Baseball offseason. This is the best time of year, folks, other than the games, well, maybe for some teams, but this is always the fun part of the offseason, who your team's going to trade for, who your team's going to sign, who's signing where, what's going on. I don't know. We're going to find out very soon. We've got the GM meetings starting up next week, or this week. According to this video on Saturday, this will be up on Sunday, but we're going to learn a lot of stuff. Hopefully, we'll have some resolutions on some managers, maybe perhaps the New York Mets, maybe the San Diego Padres, and a few other teams. But here we have from MLB.com, they kind of rank the top 25 free agents for this offseason and where they might sign. I wonder who number one's going to be. Well, let's find out. Maybe it might not be who you think. Well, we know who number one is. Shohei Ohtani, show me the money. Even with a torn UCL that required a second elbow surgery, Ohtani is easily the top free agent on this year's market. It remains to be seen if and when he will return to the mound. But his offensive profile alone, which compares favorably to Aaron Judge, who signed for 9 years and $360 million last year. However, he's a pitcher too. Most expect him to pitch again no later than 2025, and it's possible his deal goes far beyond Judge's. Those guaranteed dollars are sure to take a hit from what they would have been without that darn UCL injury. According to them, there are 4 teams that are the potential fits. 4. First, they say the Angels, the Dodgers, the Giants, and the New York Mets. I think this will come down. The 2 top teams will be the Dodgers and the Giants. The Giants are desperate. And the Hut means desperate to sign a big free agent. They lost down on Bryce Harper, Horseface, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge. Carlos Correa, although they let him go because they knew he was injured. And now they're going to try to get Shohei Ohtani. That's a guy that I know it's difficult to hit there as a left-handed hitter, but if Barry Bonds can do it, anybody else he can certainly do it, that's for sure. And he loved the pitch there, that's for sure. Number 2, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who his team, the Oryx Buffaloes, are in the World Series in Japan. And he pitched a 9-inning complete game, 14th strikeout performance today. And he is the best pitcher in Japan. They say 3 teams are in on him. All the teams are going to be in on him. But who's going to spend the money to post that just have the ability to talk to him? Well, they're saying the Dodgers, the Mets, and the Red Sox. It's long been believed that the New York Mets are the favorites. The Yankees have also are in on that mix, but we'll see about them. Number 3, Blake Snell. It says here on May 19th he was 1-6 with a 5.40 ERA. But in all likelihood now, the way he's pitched, he's probably going to win the Cy Young in the National League. Be one of 7 pitchers to win 2 Cy Youngs and 1 in each league. Had a very impressive finish to his season. And they say the Cardinals, the Dodgers, and the Padres. I don't see the Padres. I see the Cubs. I'm just thinking about it. I can see the Cubs. I don't see a big market going after him other than the Cubs and the Dodgers. It's got to be a little bit more laid back. I don't see any New York team going after him. And if they do, it's a big mistake. Mets and Yankees should both stay away from him. I don't think he would pitch well here. Number 4 on this list, Cody Bellinger. The son of a Bellinger, Clay Bellinger. Well, he's a former MVP in 2019. And the last 3 years after that, he played just horribly, and had a comeback year. He's probably going to win the comeback player of the year for 2023 with the Cubs. They say that teams that are being in on him, 3 fits. Now, he played 130 games. He had an injury. That's another issue with him. He tends to be injured. He's been injured the last few years. 3 teams will be in on him. The Cubbies, the Giants, And the New York Yankees. We'll see about the Yankees. The Yankees are very, I don't know, they're very shell-shocked. I think they've kind of forgotten who they are. Who knows? Number 5, Aaron Nola. Now, he's been a sort of adorable guy. He's not nearly as good as he used to be. This guy does pitch a lot of innings. And he is a guy that really, to be honest with you folks, he pitched really well in the postseason for the Phillies this past year. They say the Cardinals, Giants, and the Phillies could be a fit. I would put the Blue Jays there. I'd put the Mets there. The Mets should think about talking to him, but you'll have to give up a lot of money. Let me see what they're saying about the money. Well, don't say anything about the money, but he's a guy you'd want to bring in. He's a good pitcher. He'll fill out your rotation. Very good number 3, number 4 starter. Josh Hader, best reliever on the market. Had a bad second half in 2022 after he got traded from the Brewers to the Padres, but he had a bounce back year last year. He had 61 appearances with an ERA of 1.28. Guy strikes out everybody. He's currently the best closer in the National League until Edwin Diaz returns. They say the Angels, the Phillies, and the Rangers are fits. I would say the Phillies will get him because Dave Dombrowski likes to sort of go through his closers, and I think he's going to want a guy that's going to stick around for a while. Because obviously Craig Kimbrell basically blew up their season. Other than Mariano Rivera, all these closers are all in the same league. All in the same kind of, If you look at their wins above replacement, they're all kind of the same. Dave Smith, our buddy Billy Wagner, Johnny Franco, Bruce Sutter, believe it or not. All these guys had the same wins above replacement. And even Trevor Hoffman. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Other than Rivera. Rivera's a class above everybody else. Even Eckersley's in with those other closers. And obviously with Eckersley, you know that he is one of these guys that blew one of the big-time games of all time, and the Kirk Gibson home run back in 1988. Okay, next up, Sonny Gray. Any Met fans, Yankee fans want him here? No. He's not a New York guy. He should stick in the Midwest and stay in a small market. They're saying the Braves, the Cardinals, and the Twins. He should stay away from the Braves. I don't think he would pitch well against the Mets here. But then who knows? Who knows what kind of fancy schmancy thing they'll get him to do whoever knows what he's going to do with the ball if he pitches here. But anyway, the Cardinals are a good spot for him. The Cardinals, I think I'm a little concerned. If you're a Cardinal fan, you should be a little concerned what's going on with them. And the Twins, they say, he'd be better off just staying with the Twins. Jordan Montgomery, he pitched really well in the postseason. They picked him up, the Rangers from the Cardinals. He pitched really well. They should, the Rangers should think about holding on to him. They say here, potential fits. The Rangers, the Cubs, and the Cardinals. And he does not have a draft pick attached to him. So a lot of teams should be willing to go after him. He's a good pitcher. He's left-handed, 30 years old. He's pitched in New York. He's pitched in big games. I would go after him, and his team just won, obviously, with the Rangers. I would hope the Mets would bring him in. There's a lot of talk to the Yankees. Well, I don't think they'll do that. JD Martinez, DH. Where will he go? He's 36 years old. I was hoping that the New York Mets could have brought him in last offseason. They say here the Mets, the Angels, and the Dodgers. Obviously, the Mets need another bat in the slump. I don't know if this is a good idea now. Maybe last year it might have been. He does have a bit of an issue with his back. That's why he did not hit well in 2022. Be interesting to see if he's a guy that could hit next year. Who knows? But we'll see. Next up, Matt Chapman, who he is a great third baseman defensively, but he's horrific offensive. He's a horrible offensive player. Horrible. And they were not playing him, the Blue Jays, the last month or so, because he was hitting so poorly. They're saying here, Blue Jays, the Dodgers, and the Yankees. This would be funny if the Yankees picked him up. Another guy, he replaced Josh Donaldson. I don't know about that. Okay. Jorge Soler. 2 years ago, Soler won World Series MVP honors prior to free agency. Landed a 3-year, $36 million deal with the Marlins. Soler had good timing again in 23, belting 36 homers this season, opting out the final year, and $9 million left of his contract. The 31-year-old is one of the premier power hitters on the market this winter and should draw plenty of interest. The Cubs, the Marlins, and the Orioles. I don't see the Marlins doing this kind of a deal again. Kim Nang has left. I don't see the Orioles doing this kind of a deal. They will not sign him to a multi-year deal. I see the Cubs, and if I were the New York Mets, I would consider him. That's what I would do. Number 12 on this list, Eduardo Rodriguez. Now he had a chance to go to the Dodgers, and he didn't. He did not. He invoked his no trade clause. They're saying here the Orioles, the Reds, and the Tigers. Going back to the Tigers. I don't see him going to the Orioles again. I don't see the Orioles making any big moves now. They should make big moves. I don't think they're going to do that. Jung-Ho Lee from Korea. Lee is expected to be posted, and he's a center fielder. He is expected to be posted by the Kiwon Heroes, the KBO League, even after ankle surgery ended his season in August. Lee, the 2022 KBO League MVP, who hit .429 for Team Korea in the World Baseball Classic, has a career .340 average in 7-season career, is considered to be an above-average defender center field. Potential fits the Giants, the Mariners, and the Yankees. I'm very, very wondering how active the Yankees will be, to be honest with you. Then this is not the George Steinbrenner Yankees. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He made his first All-Star team in 23, establishing a career high with 24 homers while driving in 82 runs. The 30-year-old helped the D-backs reach the World Series in his first year in Arizona, but there should be plenty of competition for his services. They mentioned the Braves, the Diamondbacks, and the Yankees. I can see him going to the Braves. Definitely see that. Shoto Imanaga. Imanaga started the gold medal game for Team Japan in this year's World Baseball Classic, kicking off a year that saw him go 7-5 with a 2.66 ERA for the Yokohama Dina Bay Stars. He's expected to be posted by Yokohama. Folks, if you just want to laugh at me pronouncing these Japanese names, hit that subscribe button. I'll embarrass myself just for you. Embarrass my family and my friends still with this. This offseason should have multiple suitors. That's other teams. Potential fits the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Mariners. I think a lot of teams will be in on him. Any team that loses out on Yamamoto, I'll get it right. They'll be talking to him. Or try to sign him. Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez got off to a sluggish start in his first season with the Mariners, but he turned things around in June, posting solid numbers, 26 homers and 93 RBIs over 160 games. He has hit at least 25 home runs in each of his past 4 full seasons and carries a career OPS of 802. Hernandez has a strong arm, but is considered to be a below-average fielder, with some viewing him as a future DH by his mid-30s. He's 31 years old. According to them, they see the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Mets as a fit. Mets need another bat in their lineup to bat fifth. Rhys Hoskins. A torn left ACL left Hoskins out for all 2023, but the 30-year-old has been a steady power source since breaking in with the Phillies in 2017. Hoskins has hit at least 27 homers in each of his 4 full seasons. So long as his knee isn't an issue, he should be among the top power bats available this offseason. It's interesting to see how many years he gets on a contract, just to see if he's healthy, and come back. He should be okay, I would think. A 3-year deal? They say here the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Padres. I see him going to the Brewers. Lucas Giolito, who had let me tell you something, folks. He had absolutely horrific season, especially after he got traded from the White Sox to the Dodgers. No, was it Dodgers? No, it wasn't the Dodgers. No, did he get traded to? But he bounced around. He just had the Angels. He went from the White Sox to the Angels, and then to the Guardians. He pitched terrible. He was worse with the Guardians, believe it or not. I never liked him, to be honest with you. They say here the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, and the Red Sox. I don't see him going to the Diamondbacks. This would have been the kind of move that I can see now that I think about it, the Rays. This guy's made to order for the Rays. Yariel Rodriguez. Right here in the picture. A starter-turned-reliever, Rodriguez played in Cuba from 2015 to 2020. He's 27. He just got posted. He's now allowed to become a free agent. So he can currently sign with a team. Potential fits the Padres, the Yankees, and the White Sox. Now, it'll be interesting to see if the Mets will get involved. Mets are going to get their closer back, so there might not be this need to bring him in, but who knows. Whit Merrifield. He used to be a really good hitter. He's kind of done, I think. Potential fits with him are the Blue Jays, the Twins, and the White Sox. Marcus Stroman. One of the shortest players in baseball. He's a winner. He's a wonderful guy. They say the Cubs. Now he opted out of his contract. Don't worry, folks. He's available. They say the Cubs, the Cardinals, and the Angels. He's great for your clubhouse. Jameer Candelario, third baseman, age 30. He had a career year in 23, hitting 22 homers with 70 RBIs. He doesn't have the same hot corner defense as Matt Chapman, but Candelario brings a more consistent bat. They say the Blue Jays, the Cubs, the Dodgers. I'd also put the Mets there. The Mets need a third baseman in the worst way. Jack Flaherty, another guy that got traded and pitched terrible. He pitched terrible for the Orioles. This is another guy that's made to order for the Tampa Bay Rays. And they mentioned the Rays here, the Nationals, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hunter Renfroe. This is a guy, he's bounced around more than a freaking tennis ball, than a sponge ball. Hunter Renfroe. They say the Guardians, the Marlins, and the Pirates. Wow. I would put the Mets in there, but there is something wrong with this guy. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Been on a lot of teams in the last few years. Red Sox, the Brewers, the Angels, the Reds. Harrison Bader. Do we really care about Harrison Bader? No. I would mention Justin Turner. This needs to be updated, but Justin Turner opted out of his contract with the Red Sox. So that's another bat on the open market. He had a good year in Boston. The New York Mets should talk to him. I'm not a big fan of his from his days with the Mets, but I think that's worthy talking to him. He could be your DH, could play first a little bit, play third still, but he's certainly still a very competent hitter, and he will not hurt you defensively. Unless, of course, his range is gone at his age. But this is the list of the 25 players that are going to be available as free agents. They got a whole bunch of other players. Let's go through the list a little bit. Roldis Chapman, if you want, issues with the eighth inning. C.J. Cron, Michael Conforto. I don't know if he's opted into his contract. We'll see. Adam Duvall, Mitch Garver, the catcher. He's going to have an interesting market. Randall Krychek, Clayton Kershaw. Some bad news on Clayton. He had to get surgery on his arm. I think it was his elbow. Who knows how long he might be out. Probably. He says he's going to pitch again, but he should just retire. Michael Lorenzen. There's another guy pitching no-hitter for the Phillies and pitched terribly after that. Kenta Mahida, Hector Neris, James Paxton, Jock Peterson, David Robertson. I wonder now if that kind of say bye-bye to David coming back to the Mets. I don't think that's going to happen now with the new boss in charge, and Epler's not here. Luis Severino and Gio Urshela, the third baseman with the Twins. So you let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut too. Thank you, and I'll see you later.